In April 2026, Chelsea finds itself hosting a fixture that belongs to a different era. They are facing Port Vale on home soil, an opponent that hasn't stepped onto the Stamford Bridge turf in nearly a century. This FA Cup quarterfinal carries a singular, high-stakes prize. The winner earns an immediate trip to Wembley for the semi-finals. For manager Rosenior, the match is a dangerous variable. He must navigate a classic knockout banana skin while managing a squad physically drained by a grueling international break. The selection is further complicated by the loss of his most reliable outlet. Central playmaker Enzo Fernandez is completely unavailable for the match. This convergence of high stakes, a missing star, and an unpredictable underdog forces Rosenior to rely entirely on the depth and maturity of his secondary options. Rosenior has restructured 3 key areas of his starting 11 to maintain control, beginning with Robert Sanchez, who remains in goal to organize the defensive shape. The back 4 of Gusto, Fofana, Tosin, and Hato forms a deliberate defensive wall. In midfield, Rosenior rests Moises Caicedo as a bench option. Andrey, Santos, and Romeo Lavia start, creating a youthful pivot to anchor the transition. This rotation is a mathematical gamble. Rosenior is betting that the dynamic energy of youth can dictate the tempo and suffocate Port Vale more effectively than a fatigued starting core. The attack features a heavy injection of pace. Pedro Neto joins the forward line, pairing up with Joao Pedro, the club's recent Goal of the Month winner, to provide a direct threat on the counter. Crucially, Estevao Willian returns to the side, following his recovery from an injury sustained just before the international break. His presence gives the front line back its primary creative spark. But the most significant change isn't a replacement, it's a promotion. Cole Palmer starts the match as the focal point of the offense. For the first time in his Chelsea career, Rosenior has handed Palmer the captain's armband. Elevating the team's creative leader to the role of on-pitch general shifts the squad's hierarchy. Palmer is now the definitive voice, completely responsible for guiding this young attack through a high-pressure knockout environment. Stepping back, this lineup serves as a definitive statement of trust. It highlights a manager who believes his rising stars are ready for the responsibility of a quarterfinal. Deploying a heavily rotated youth core in a knockout stage suggests the team culture has matured. Rosenior is confident these players can maintain discipline without relying on the established veterans. They now have the chance to end a 97-year gap with a decisive victory at the Bridge. If this newly captained squad succeeds, they punch their ticket to Wembley and validate Rosenior's trust in his bench depth. Watch Palmer's leadership closely and subscribe for our full post-match tactical breakdown.